One of the core resources we developed for the textbook was an instructor's manual. And the instructor's manual contains the entire textbook with then the answers filled in. So core is an answer key, but then also has marginal notes running alongside where we provide input to instructors on the concepts we're teaching with suggestions for teaching.
Yeah, I think it's in some sense the contrast of our grammar with some of the other grammars out there that are just full of material is that we've tried to be as flexible as possible and minimalize the grammatical description so that the professor has the ability to add in information or take it out where necessary and use it in a variety of contexts. The instructor's manual then sort of clues in the instructor to the way we might suggest that these things could be used, or even to alert them to certain issues and the best point at which they might expand on certain grammatical topics. And I think in that way it sort of balances out the flexibility of our grammar by giving the instructor a bit more information than what the student themselves has in the textbook itself.
The instructor's manual is the core of the supplementary materials that we want to develop with this textbook. We want instructors to feel like we've taken care of them, that we've provided them not just a textbook and set them off in their class, to use a method that is quite challenging because you're getting students not just to translate but to engage fully with this language. So the core is the instructor's manual, but we've also developed further supplementary materials. We have a reader to continue after the textbook. We have supplementary exercises that we're posting on the textbook website, and we've even started a suggested lesson plans to give instructors an idea of how we have used this textbook over the years.
Yeah, and I think those supplementary materials are very important because, again, as you said, it gives the support and that instructors might want a little bit more information rather than just casting them a textbook and sending them on their way. I think the Jonah Reader is particularly an excellent resource because of the fact that we have 50 discrete lessons and we have the flexibility. This can be used in a semester. At my institution, for instance, we only have a required semester of Hebrew, or it can be used over an entire year. And so we're wanting to develop other materials like the Jonah Reader that are in draft form at this point to be able to supplement the 50 discrete lessons and the 3 cyclical readings so that the students can continue in the same vein beyond where the current grammar takes them.
So the Jonah Reader uses the same illustrations, it's the same artist.
Yeah.
The full story of Jonah with the full biblical text in the speech or narrative insets, the speech insets in the illustrations. It's also supplemented then by photographs of the Leningrad Codex and then a print version of exactly how the Codex is laid out. And eventually we'll include the same kind of interactive notes requiring recomposition and production that we had in the textbook. But the goal of the reader is recognizing that once they're done with the textbook, many people want to move on. They want to continue the same kind of almost immersive context using Hebrew, but we're also moving more towards biblical matters, understanding what the Codex is about, understanding the history of manuscripts. So again, we're providing instructors with materials that they can use in many different ways in their classroom to finish out that first year, to move into second year. Again, we try to be very flexible with what we're providing instructors.
Yeah, I think flexibility is the key, even with the Jonah Reader that also has a full glossary in the back. And so if the instructor wants to use it as, let's read cartoons and look in the back here for a glossary, or let's look at the Leningrad Codex of Jonah and let's talk about the nature of the Masoretic text, and alongside that start getting students into the lexicon, they can do that. All that flexibility is available for them there.
One of the keys to all the materials we're providing is that we recognize that the classroom is more than a textbook.
Yeah.
The language learning situation needs to be fun, engaging, use a variety of techniques to engage the students' language acquisition skills. We're simply trying to provide a number of materials that are highly engaging, are fun, provoke all sorts of different exercises and responses to the language that instructors can use in a variety of ways.